I'm gonna have to edit it. Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Type A Black Girls. Welcome back to another week. It's been quite the week for us.
Quite the day, but definitely quite the week.
Where do we start? Y'all will hear about our crazy day and week. It has been an unprecedented level of buffoonery going on.
Everywhere, but specifically on the Type A Black Girls page.
Specifically with us. Yeah, usually we talk about other stuff going on. This time it was specifically with us on our Instagram page. We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
First, let's do some classroom announcements. For any girlies that are new here, welcome. I think we're getting some new girlies that are infiltrating the Type A Black Girls family. So welcome. Get comfy. Please make sure you're following us on all our sites. I always have our link in our description. So go ahead and tap that to follow us on Instagram. If you need any questions or you have any stories to tell, any advice, make sure to click that free suggestion box link and you can submit anything to us. It's free. No word limit. So if you have any dilemmas or questions you want to ask us, do it there. Type A Black Girl of the Month is coming back. So make sure you're constantly interacting with us, mainly on Instagram. That's usually what we're checking. Make sure you're interacting with us and you're reposting and you're commenting to potentially be the next TABG of the month. And our TABG of the month for this month, this is February, right?
Yeah.
We're filming in the past. So when y'all listen to this, it'll be the future. Yes, our Type A Black Girl of the month for February is Michaela. Oh.
Yes.
Y'all, we're filming this in January, so we're trying to figure. Yes, in January, it is Michaela. Woo! We'll drop her at or her information maybe in the chat that you guys can go follow her or something.
Yeah. But she's also have an Instagram post too. So
yeah, so you'll see her tagged on everything. So shout out to Michaela. She's been a loyal day one Type A Black Girl for real. Like we have a group of y'all. We know who you are. You may not realize that we're noticing, but we notice everything. She has been consistently following us, commenting, supporting, listening. She's an active member of the book club. She be coming ready with them recommendations, girl. I be seeing your recommendations on Goodreads and you put me on. So shout out to you. For real. For real.
Goodness.
So Type A Black Girl of the Month, as we mentioned before, is just a chance for us to really celebrate our Type A Black girls, the ones that really follow through with us and are consistent and support us. So if you want to be the next one next month, just keep on commenting, interacting, and we will see it. We promise.
Yeah.
And finally, make sure to join our GroupMe. You can, if you have any questions or advice that you need, we might not get to it quick enough with the free suggestion box, but we will get to you in the GroupMe. The girlies in GroupMe be dropping life dilemmas and things they going through, advice on school, advice on relationships, and the girlies be in there replying back immediately. So it's really just like a sister circle. But I do ask, if y'all do come in there, please make sure that your GroupMe has a picture, like your account on GroupMe, because we've been getting so many bots in there and they be trying to sell people PS5s and just random shit. So we just need y'all to put your real name or put your first name at least and a picture, though. When I'm admitting people, I know if you're real or not because I can't tell sometimes. I don't know who Jane is, but you're getting declined because we've been having too many bots that be dropping sets links. And we're supposed to be a PG-13 community.
Well, last episode, today's episode wasn't, but
I was gonna say, now we're in season 10. If y'all watch the episode with Sidoni, we kind of broke through the PG-13 to rated R threshold. We didn't even plan for that to happen during that episode, but it did, and I'm happy it did. I feel free.
Okay, we're grown. Come on now. We are grown. We got jobs and we're grown. We were so scared in the beginning, like shaking in our boots, like we just did not want our jobs to be revoked or just to be like to turn the not the camera, turn the computer like this you and us talk about being real RFs and REs. You see what I'm saying? So and if you don't know what that is, go ahead and listen to Sidoni's episode. And we'll get into that soon. But to go with the question of the week, moms, what is your AI Twitter summary and how do we get to this question of the week?
So, first of all, before we just got on, Faith asked me, she was like, wait a minute, we never unpacked the death of Liam Payne. And if y'all don't know, if you're new here, I used to be a huge directioner back in the day, like posters on the wall type shit.
I could pull it down.
Oh my God. Like that was my whole, that was my world from 2012 through like 2015. I was on Wattpad reading after, like y'all know the drill. So when she brought this up, I said, oh my God, it took me back to the day because I was back at home and my dad, like I was in my childhood room and I remember coming out and my dad yelling from downstairs, "Hey Nasia, some boy from One Direction just died."
That's sick. That's so
Like,
sick.
why did he say it? Like, he could have said the name. Because
He
my
could
first
have.
thought, first of all, I'm a Zayn girl down.
Yeah.
Down. And I feel like most black girls that were directioners were. Zayn to this day, the prettiest, the most talented, the best. He's the best member. He can out-sing any of them boys. I'm sorry. To this day. Harry, I love Harry down. But the only reason why Zayn wasn't as big as he should have been is because he wasn't dropping music as consistently and he wasn't going on tour or doing interviews. Harry took it and ran. But
He got that money in.
you know, that's the topic for another day. And his hairline's still intact, I'll tell you that. But either way, my dad yelled from downstairs that somebody One Direction died. My first thought was Zayn. I'm heartbroken. I'm crying up and throwing up, and yeah, so it's just a whole thing. And essentially, yeah, that's how we came to this because I brought up the fact that my friend screenshotted like my Twitter profile, and I guess on Twitter you can see there's like an AI function that shows you what you tweet about. Like it writes up a description.
And Denasia be tweeting. If y'all don't know, Denasia tweets.
I'm gonna speak my mind on the app they now call X. All right, and I do.
Yeah, I be giggling too. I be like, this girl is funny. Okay, I'm about to read Denasia. She sent me hers, and I haven't seen it. She's seen hers, but I haven't seen it. Okay. Oh, you sent me mine.
No, I sent you mine first, and then I sent you yours also. So I'll read yours. You read mine.
Okay. Denasia is a self-proclaimed directioner with a soft spot for Zayn Malik. Navigates life with a flair for dramatic airport experiences and a keen eye for celebrity gossip, all while sipping on root beer to take the edge off. Root beer?
I was like, what the fuck? How many times did I tweet about root beer for it to make it into the description?
What?
I said, what is that?
That's so. And then your last tweet, what is that about?
I don't know. I tweeted suddenly I'm born in April, and I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, wait, it was a quote. Somebody said whoever, it was one of those things that was like whatever month you're born in, that's your boyfriend you got to date for the year. And April was Zayn.
Oh, okay. They got you.
They read me down. And keep in mind, I think my page used to be, it was either this one or my old one that used to be a Directioner account.
Yeah.
And I got followers off of it. And I was like, I might as well just keep this account and, you know, rebrand because I'm no longer, I'm grown now. So I'm make it a real account. So yeah. I think it's taking all my old, because I don't tweet about One Direction like every single day. It's really every other blue moon. So I don't know why it said that, but I think it's taking into account all the other tweets that I've had in the past because what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. They got
let me read yours, Mom. It says, Faith is a type A Black girl with big dreams for her podcast, planning to take it to Essence Fest and corporate conferences while juggling early morning meetings and celebrating her man's birthday with VIP concert tickets. I said, that shit is taking every promotional post we ever did about the podcast.
Because I don't tweet. I really don't. I repost. So I guess the only time I tweeted was really about, I guess, getting, what VIP tickets did I get? Damn me. What?
I don't know how the AI know that.
It's literally only taking things that I tweet and not reposting because it would be so different. But I guess that would take more manpower. But I mean, I'm not a corporate girl no more, for real. Like, I just work. That's where I'm at right now. Like,
girl,
today drained me.
Today drained me. I need a root beer to take the edge off. Like, that gagged me. I was like, root beer? I do love root beer, but damn, how many times did I tweet about it for it to make it up in there? That's crazy. All the things I tweet about.
No, actually. Like, y'all, if y'all want to giggle, follow Denasia on Twitter. Like, she really, like, it's maybe three. It feels like 3 to 4 a day, but I feel like that's not it. But Denasia be tweeting. You guys, today's episode is RBT, but it's probably not going to be titled that. It's probably going to be like how to stay sane for the next 4 years. Not going to.
Oh my gosh. And for any girlies that are new, RBT stands for Rosebud and Thorn. When we first started out, we're now almost 3 years into this. When we first started out, we would always start off all our episodes with a segment called Rosebud and Thorn. Rose is something good during your week, Bud is what you're looking forward to next week, and Thorn is something bad during your week. We
Yeah.
used to do that religiously, and that was how the girlies like knew about our lives, what was going on. Then we went into the studio and it was like we're batch filming episodes for literally a full week. Like there's only so many RBTs we can do during the same exact week. So we
Yeah.
stopped it. And now that we're doing more of like this hybrid model, like we can bring RBT back. So this is going to be a full RBT episode of just shit that happened during our lives in the last month. So
Yeah, quite literally. So we're going popcorn. Moms, what do you want to start with, RB or T?
let's start with T. Let's get the bad out the way and focus on the good.
That's what I was thinking, because we're gonna have another series of bad at the end. So let's just popcorn. So one of them is everything costs money. I'm specifically talking about the fact that, cheers, I have a travel credit card, every day be lit, but that yearly fee, oh my gosh. And damn, he's an authorized user, so he's like, hey, make sure you pay that because it's gonna reflect bad on my credit if you don't pay it on time. So, did have to take some money out of the house fund that I had planned for my next few paychecks to pay for the yearly fee. So, pros and cons to getting a travel credit card, but that is my first one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, everything is too expensive these days. I'm not gonna lie. I look at how much I spend on just living and I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. Um One of my thorns, outside of just we'll get into Trump and the government and TikTok because that was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Um do you know how cold it is right now? In New Jersey, New York? We're sitting
Oh,
at a solid 7 degrees.
ooh, I think we might be right there too. Not gonna hold you.
I ain't never lived in no single digits. I'm
Ever.
talking this is
Ever.
ridiculous. And I'm from Vegas, she from Arizona.
Okay, it's
We
36. Never mind.
You know what I would do for 36? And that says a lot.
Because I'm in Denver.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm talking trench coat button to the top every day.
Oh, that's how I'll be walking Sydney, bro. I couldn't even imagine commuting to work. How do
And in
you
New
do?
York, there's so many wind tunnels. Like, literally, the wind, I got windburn on my face and had to put Aquaphor on every night because literally the wind was going so hard on my face. It was 7-degree winds scathing my face. And it literally felt like I was getting burned. Like, it was insane. And I called my mom. I said, bro, this shit's ridiculous.
You were crusty crab.
No, I was literally crusty crabbing. It was terrible. I was like, this is what when they say brick, this is what they mean. This is the worst winter I've had since I've been here, for sure.
I believe it. All the TikTok
New
New York
Orleans.
girlies are not, bro. They're doing
Why
having
does
snow fights.
Florida?
Snow fights on that street, on Bourbon Street.
Mm-mm.
That's a
Mm-mm.
disease waiting
When
to
I
happen.
saw Florida had snow and there was snow on the palm trees,
Yes, on the sand. I said, "Oh, we're doomed.
snow on the beach, yeah, slow.
We are so doomed." Like, and not to bring up that man, but like, we need a nickname for him because we're going to be talking about him for the next 4 years.
Oh my God, yeah, what do we call him? I was literally thinking yesterday, I was like, I've been dealing with that man since I was 20, not 25. I was
16.
15, yeah, 15, 16, and
Yeah.
I'm turning 25 this year. Release us, please. It's been 10 years of bullshit.
And the same feeling I had it was actually worse because Kamala lost, obviously, but when he got it, I'm gonna say indicted. Well, when he got inducted or whatever, I literally, it felt like I was about to be a slave. That's the only way I could describe it. I truly felt like, dang, I'm not gonna be a good slave. That's truly what I felt.
No, when I tell you the first time he got in office, I remember him winning that election. I remember going to sleep that night. I had school in the morning. I remember being like, yeah, once I get up in that school, they about to have me in chains before third period. Like, I dead ass was scared. I said, I don't know what's about to go down, but it's not looking good.
And y'all, if y'all don't know, we're PWI girlies, if y'all couldn't tell.
Oh,
So,
yeah. So we knew we were about to go to school with the people that their parents voted for them.
yeah. And then this time around, it was just, there were layers this time.
Yeah.
Because it was like, we were so close. We could taste it. And from what I saw on my end, I thought there was no way he could win.
And that just shows, that's a testament to our algorithms, because I was like, oh my God, I feel like people that I'm seeing online and people that I'm seeing around me are so like engaged, and I feel everyone is, posting their voting stickers and, with the Kamala gif. I'm like, yeah, we locked in. We very much were not locked in.
I did my silk press like that. And I just kept it.
Girl,
I was just like,
we was gonna
yeah,
have an
that
election watch party. I'm glad we didn't, because I would have left that party pissed.
was. Oh, yeah. I don't know. We're not going to be saying his name for the next 4 years, and we're not obviously going to be harping on it. We might have a segment on what, here and there, but this is a safe space for Black girls, so obviously we don't want to, harp on it. But right now, it would be remiss for us to not say anything as Black women.
Exactly. And not only that, it's like, it's so heavy to deal with it day to day in your daily life that it's like, we don't want to harp on it too much, because at the end of the day, we did our part. We saw 90, whatever the percentage was. I think it was 90% of Black women voted for Kamala. We did our part.
Yeah.
It's like, there's only so much you can do without people on the other side not doing that work as well. And now it's all for nothing. Not all for nothing, but it's not going anywhere, because look at the country we're in.
Yeah, so we'll have a segment here and there, but if we do, we'll say trigger warning, and if you want to skip to just the later part of the episode, because I'm realizing and I'm figuring out ways of how to stay sane right now. I was coloring yesterday. That's where we're at. We're at the coloring, and I made chicken nuggets like I was at McDonald's. That baking and coloring is where I'm at right now. Yeah, and my bags are so bad. That's why I have sunglasses on during the episode.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting, truly. Other than that orange man being nuts, moms, what else is one of your thorns?
Yeah, speaking of men being nuts, so back in when was this? This was like end of September, early October. I had went on this date with this man, and he was visiting from out of town. I think I told you about him, moms. Mr. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
The fact that we be having names, we don't know these men's real names, okay? You go by the nickname. So I went on this date, and he was visiting from out of town, and it was honestly one of the best dates I've been on. Like, we meshed so well, we got along so well, and it was like honestly perfect. I didn't have any red flags off that date. But he was visiting. He doesn't live here. He lives in a different state, so it was kind of just like, okay, this was a great little outing, but where is this gonna go from here? So ever since he left, we had kind of been talking on and off here and there, but honestly, like, I just don't really have it in me to be trying to pursue something long distance, especially when we met and you were already long distance. It's not like you were here, then you moved. Yeah. So it just kind of died out a little bit, and I was like, okay with that, because where is it going to go if we are not making the time and effort to be going across the country for each other, essentially? Goodness. So on a separate note, I've been taking some vitamins, right? I started new vitamins, the Mary Ruth vitamins, to be specific, because TikTok was bombarding me every freaking day about them damn vitamins. I said, fine, I'll get them. I tried them. They work pretty well. I don't have no complaints. Okay. Besides this one side effect. Some people were saying that it might give you some crazy dreams. And I was noticing I was having insane dreams. Like, people from my, fourth grade class making appearances, like just random stuff, right? And I was like, damn, I would wake up every day and be like, that dream was crazy. Let me start my day and just go on about my day. This one I could not ignore. It was after work. I fell asleep. I said, let me take a nap real quick. And I set my alarm, because I sleep like a bear. I set my alarm for an hour and a half. I woke up and I slept like 3 hours. It was dark outside. I didn't even know what day it was. I woke up perplexed, because why did I have a dream that man tried to kidnap me and my little brother? Not even a dream, girl. We'll call it a nightmare. That shit was traumatizing. Like, I believe it. And I never had no type of dream like this before. No. So my intuition was telling me, girl, this is a sign. You need to stay away from that man. But essentially, it started off because for some reason in my dream, I was in his city and I was going to his house. He was like, oh, let's go out on a date, and I got to do something at the crib first. So why don't you just swing by the crib first, and then we can leave and go on the date. And I was like, okay. In this scenario, I'm like driving. So I'm going to his house. I park. I walk inside, and I've never even been to this man's house. So my dream was really getting creative with it. I go inside the house, and my little brother, Dominic, we call him Buddy, Buddy is sitting on his couch.
Mm-mm.
And I said, Buddy, what are you doing here? He looking at me like, what are you doing here? And if I don't know if I mentioned this before, but my little brother has autism. So he's not as verbal as other kids. So like I'm sitting here looking at him and he looking at me and we like, what the hell going on here? I look at the man and I'm like, what's going on here? And he like, oh yeah, we just chilling. Oh, what? So
No, you're not.
I'm like, oh, something's off here, right? So I go to the bathroom and I grab Buddy. We go in the bathroom. I'm like, we got to concoct a plan to get the fuck up out of here because something's going on with this man. We're gonna call him Mr. Dallas. We're gonna call him. He's not even from Dallas, but I think it's Texas City. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
So Dallas is outside in the living room. Me and Buddy are in the bathroom, and I'm like, Buddy, I'm gonna say we need to go outside to get something from the car real quick. And once we get outside, I need you to run like hell. Like we are getting the fuck up out of here. So Buddy nods. I'm like, okay, we in agreement. We walk out the bathroom. I'm like, oh, Dallas, give me a second. Like, we got to get something from the car. Buddy's going to help me. He like, oh, no, why y'all going outside? I'm like, oh, 1 second. Like, we got to go to the car. I open that front door and we run to the car. Like, Buddy's taller than me. I'm dragging Buddy to the car. I slam open the door. I'm shoving Buddy in the door. And the fact that I remembered this so vividly, usually I forget my dreams.
Okay,
no. Yeah. Usually I forget them. I wrote this one down because I said, I cannot forget this. Like, this shit was traumatizing. I shut the door and I see him fling the door open, Dallas, the front door of the house, fling the door open, and he starts sprinting towards me.
No.
Rips the door open, snatches Buddy by his arm. I grab Buddy by his other arm. We're now playing tug of war with Buddy in the driveway. I'm screaming, I'm crying. He's yelling at me. Buddy's like, what the hell's going on? We're both grabbing both arms. He eventually snatches Buddy. I trip and fall on the concrete. And I'm screaming, I'm crying. Dallas, sees me screaming and crying on the ground, starts dragging me by my feet through the fucking driveway. Like, I'm on my stomach. Like, this is like a horror movie. And he is dragging me by my feet through the concrete. I shit you not, I woke up and then my grandma called me, like in real life. My grandma called me in real life. And I woke up to the sound of my phone. I literally jumped up out of bed. I'm sweating. My bonnet's on the other side of the bed. Like, it's pitch black outside because the sun sets at 4 p.m. Like, I don't even know what day it is. And I am stressed the fuck out. And I see my grandma calling. I'm like, not now, Brenda. Like, not now, baby. I declined that shit so quick. And I tried to go back to sleep so I could beat his ass. Because I was like, why are you trying to steal my brother?
Lucid dream.
On God, when I tell you, I literally laid back down and closed. You know, you try to go back to a dream. I laid back down and I was closing my eyes hard as fuck. I was like, no, we need to go back because I need to get my revenge on him.
Yeah,
I was ready to kill that man.
Oh, I believe it. Oh yeah, you don't play
like
you don't play about your sibling.
I really don't play about Buddy. I don't play about Kayla.
Yeah,
listen, I don't play about Kayla, but it's like, especially with my brother, he can't speak for himself. So
yeah,
I'm gonna beat you for him. Is what I felt in that moment. I've never felt such rage, and I said, wow, this is insane. But yeah, I literally was so traumatized, and I remember calling. I called my mom. I told her. She was like, trying to steal Buddy. Oh no, she acted like this is real. She talking about, who was he? I'm like, girl. I told a few friends that I had told about the situation. I was like, yeah, you know Dallas, dude? Yeah, he's a kidnapper. And he was like, Denasia, you can't hold that against that man. And I'm like, listen, I really don't want to. Yeah, but after he dragged me through his driveway, I can't look at him the same. I'm sorry.
Can't. That's not husband material. Because you wouldn't be able to like that. But then vitamins shouldn't be doing all that.
I'm like, Mary?
Hello?
Mary Ruth, what are you putting in them damn vitamins?
What? It was so insane.
It was actually traumatic. I felt like I was really in the situation. It was very realistic and very scary.
That's extremely scary to remember that. I might remember bits and pieces when I wake up, but not days later.
And that's why my mom was like, I told her that. I told my mom, I said, no, I remembered his face. I remembered vividly everything. And she was like, that might be a premonition or like, is that how you say it? Premonition? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
That's right. Yeah.
A vision or like something like that. She was like, it might be either a warning for, it might be a warning for you that it might
Yeah.
not be someone trying to take buddies. Someone is going to try to harm you and you need to be aware.
Yeah.
When she said that, girl, I was walking outside every day, trench coat to the top,
I,
keys in between the fingers, like pink Glock in the bag. Like, I'm not playing.
y'all, I got my concealed carry. Went to a 5 hour class. I was almost falling asleep, but I was also raising my hand because there's a lot of felonies you can get just by saying like I have a gun, whatever. So gun holder, whatever. Never thought I would say those words because Dammy literally had to sell his gun because I was so afraid of guns when I first started dating him. But now, especially being in Denver, especially being in this climate, absolutely freaking not. Got to stay strapped. Anyways, yesterday I come home and living with the man, when he comes home or when you come home, it just feels like every other day it's always something and it's just a crazy something. So he's like, hey, had a road rage incident with a white man and he was banging on my window. He got out of the car and was banging on my window. And that's all he said because I was on the phone with Fee and he knew if he told me the full story, I would be like sobbing because Dammy, Dammy gets called a hard R once a month. Like that's just that. Like I don't know what. So then when I got off the phone with Fee and he came back from whatever his errands were, he was like, hey, actually, I lied to you because I didn't want you to kind of go crazy when you were on the phone with your friend. But basically, he stopped me, got out of his car, and banged on the door, and then was like, that's why you're going to get lynched. Hard R. So then, Dammy did have to get out the car and then, like, kind of told him off, and he tried to walk away. Why did the man try to grab Dammy's collar? Why did Dammy turn around and punch that man so hard in his face? Because it's like, what? Like, we have to get out of here. Like, Denver is not a safe space for Black people. It's not a safe space. Like, and I think it's just Dammy scares people. I don't know how, but I mean, he's a big Black man, but like, Black men in general scare white people. But a big Black man that's confident, especially if he has a Tesla, like, oh no, you shouldn't have that. A lot of people look into our window, like we need our window tinted. They look into our window like, what the? Y'all shouldn't have that. Yes.
Actually, I believe it because most people they already feel threatened by successful Black people and they don't want to see it, let alone it be up in your face right there.
No. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been very scary these past few weeks. But on a little bit of a lighter note, my kryptonite is concerts and flights because I tried to not spend money this month. And what got me was not Amazon, was not a random TikTok shop ad. It was concerts. And I bought 2 in the past 3 days. And I have a lot of flights coming up this spring. So that'll do it. But it truly is what it is. But moms, I feel like we should get to a rose just because that was a lot.
It's already getting heavy. Like we didn't already talked about the orange man. We didn't talked about kidnapping. Like it's a lot going on. We didn't talked about racism. But this is the world we live in, unfortunately.
Literally.
Let's get into a bud at least. Mine right now, I'm not gonna lie, there isn't much that I'm looking forward to going to sleep tonight. That's what I'm looking forward to. That's a bud. It's been a week. This week really drained me.
Yeah.
But honestly, like I've been consistently working out. And if y'all listen to one of our previous episodes, I talked about like my big goal this year is consistency in the gym and eating. I've been really on my grind and doing that every single day consistently. And I'm already starting to see progress. And it's only been a few weeks. Period. So I'm really excited to like we said, we're going to give it till June. June to be consistent. Yeah. And I'm really excited to see what things look like in June because if I'm seeing results and it's only been 2 weeks, it low-key just motivates you even more to keep going because I'm like, I'm going to get addicted to the results and I'm going to be pissed if I stop and I lose it. So,
yeah. And what you been eating? Like, what are like the top 3 things you've been making or eating?
Girl, I've been eating rice and beans. Like, you would have thought I'm at a Mexican restaurant every day. Like, I'm literally eating like rice and beans. Rice, beans, chicken, broccoli, rice, beans, chicken, asparagus. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
But I make it good. Like I like rice and beans and chicken. I make it good. It's not like I'm making it like like something I don't
their
want to
growth.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie. People are always like, you gotta eat clean, you gotta eat clean. I don't know. I feel like one of my main goals is to be a little slim thick this year.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm eating consistently clean, like no sugar, no carbs, da da da, I feel like my booty will be hard. I don't know. I feel like those muscly booties that are just like rock solid, like you could knock on them. I
I
feel
can
like
see that.
I gotta eat what I gotta eat, and I don't
I'm
want
not
to
gonna hold you.
restrict myself.
You might want to have the weekends to have some fun or something. I don't know because it might give muscle. It might give rock hard.
And I don't want to give rock hard.
Because you
Like
already got one that sits up. I mean, the Deja been had a booty, but she didn't really believe it until I don't know when you
I
started
don't think I
believing.
ever believed it. But either way, I said now I need it because I
Yeah.
want to be. I got a certain vision for myself for the summer, but I just don't want no muscly booty. So it's gonna have to give. I'm not cutting out carbs. I'm not cutting out all the extra stuff. I'm gonna eat what I
Mhm.
want to eat. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make sure I'm hitting my protein every day and getting my calories in, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to just be eating broccoli breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like as a person with an extreme personality, I know on this. If you're new here, I call myself an extremist a lot. It's just I'm 0 or 100. I am prone to eating disorder, like truly and surely. I am prone to it because if I start looking at if I start doing serving sizes and measuring stuff out, it can because I'm an extremist, it can give eating disorder very quickly. So I'm eating healthy, but I'm also eating whatever I want because I like my body. I just want to tone it. That's
Yeah.
literally it. I just want to tone it, and then but I also do want I have hip dips and I do have childbirthing hips. So I want to give Elastigirl for Halloween. So come like June, if like my shape isn't where I wanted it, that's when like we'll go real hard. But
Hmm.
I just did a Meg the Stallion challenge and I get why she looks like that. Let's just say
And that's the thing. I feel like there's so many rules to working out, and there's so many people that get on online and talk about what you should be eating, what you shouldn't be eating. If you're not a nutritionist, I really don't want to hear it. Because half them girls, like we saw during the TikTok ban, half of them got BBLs and be posing as fitness influencers. So I
bro.
don't want to hear what you got to say, baby.
That job, I said, what? One girl said she don't even run. She talking about some how I stretch for my 10K and run my 10K with me. And then why even do that? What?
And that's why I said I'm not gonna put myself on too much of a limit or anything. I'm gonna just go with what I feel like is right. I'm doing intuitive eating. I eat when I'm hungry,
Yes.
trying to at least eat 3 meals a day. But I'm
Yeah.
also not about to go ham and like chug 18 protein shakes a day either, just to hit
Never
a
do
goal.
that.
Like I'm just trying to make better choices every day. So we gonna see.
I'm not gonna hold you. If y'all do want to spend a little bit of money and y'all struggle with getting protein in, a Ninja Creamy is that girl with some Fairlight protein milk.
Mm.
Yeah. That Ninja Creamy, and I know I'm not big on consumerism. I'm really trying to be a minimalist, but that Ninja Creamy. Y'all don't need the soft serve one though. Just get the regular Ninja Creamy. And I promise you, like you'll
Noted.
get it if you struggle with it anyway. If you struggle with getting your protein in, just get a little
Yeah.
ice cream, that whole thing. Now I can't sit there and eat the whole thing because that's crazy. But there have been times, a few times where I have because it was just that good. And I have a Dole Whip one sitting ready for
Oh.
me to eat in.
What's that little boy? He like, I'll tear it up live right now.
That's a new one. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, okay. Let me see. Frick, I don't even did I go I didn't even go okay, let me get to my bud. Because we got a lot of stuff to talk about, obviously. We know it's gonna be a yapping episode. Like I said, my kryptonite is concerts and flights. I did go ahead and get some nosebleed tickets to Justin Timberlake because my whole rule is you can't buy things once you want something, you have to wait 2 weeks. Justin Timberlake isn't going to be here in 2 weeks.
Mm.
So, bought the Justin Timberlake. Then there was a pre-sale tickets for Lake Street Dive. If you have never heard them, look up their song Hypotheticals, Eats Down. Had to see them. And then also my Valentine's Day plans. Now, I'm very big on we do not have to celebrate Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day because everything's gonna be overpriced. It's gonna be crowded. And the thing is, nothing is gonna taste as good as the day before, the day after. So
Mm.
what we're gonna do is basically it was like I was getting all these ads for like this timeshare thing. It was like $150 for like 4 days, 3 nights. I was like, okay, I signed up. And then I called to book it because we're gonna do 4 days, 3 nights in Vegas the last weekend in February. And why are they talking about some okay, so it's gonna be a $99 booking fee.
Which one did you go through? Because I've seen those before, and most people, you just have to sit through the 90-minute presentation and you get
Yeah,
it for free.
yeah. Well, you have to pay, but you also get, so it was $99 today as well to finalize it, but you also get $100 Visa gift card once you go through the 90 minutes. And then you also get a 5-day, 4-night stay at any of the other resorts. After that, I said, I'll pay. I'll
That
pay.
is worth it in that case,
It's,
yeah.
it's worth it. And all we're going to do is go to the buffets. I am so excited. I am so excited because we're not big partiers, not big drinkers. Honestly, I started telling people I don't drink except for sangria because y'all know I love a good sangria. But
Okay.
other than that, I'm not a drinker. I'm like, this tastes nasty. And I don't like how to make me feel. I don't like this. And I be peeing. I be peeing too much when I drink. No,
Yeah, we be breaking the seal easy.
easy, bro. Goodness.
Off
I
of
mean,
one sip, I'm not gonna lie.
I said, oh, sorry, y'all, I gotta go pee. Now be going up and down the stairs. Like,
Right.
literally,
Now
I
I'm
said,
asking the Uber to pull over. Like,
this truly, truly sick. But moms, what are your roses?
so a good, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it has been a lot of thorns lately, but some roses that I will highlight is that I've really been into new different hobbies that I actually like. I feel like a lot of them that I tried out last year, I was kind of forcing myself to just to say I have a hobby. Like
Yeah.
people are always like, find hobbies. So I was just doing random shit that I really didn't even care about just so I could have a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm moving this year and I'm now building my Pinterest board of like what my apartment looks like. And I love music, so I've been really into collecting vinyls. I've always liked that. But I
Mm-hmm.
pulled out my record player the other day and I was like, I really want to build a record collection and like collect oldies and like collectibles and stuff. So
Yeah.
I've been into that. I've gone to like 4 different record stores. Girl,
Nice.
they out they damn mind with the prices. I'm not gonna lie.
But they
Why are we
charge.
charging $700 for a Frank Ocean album?
What? I didn't know they were charging like that for them.
Girl, for $700, he better not ever come back to music. This better be a collectible for life.
Please. Better
Like,
not
come on.
ever.
But not
What?
ever. I said, oh, this, I did not realize this was, I'm new to this game and I did not realize it was like this. So if you are into vinyls and collecting that, I would recommend Facebook Marketplace because a lot of them, like when people are moving, they just be like, I'll give it to you for $10. I got the Cowboy Carter full vinyl NCD. It's still in the original plastic for $20.
What? Facebook Marketplace?
Yes,
Whoa, that's amazing.
including the shipping.
Oh, hey, perfect.
I said, say less, girl. So
Yeah.
I've been visiting record stores and trying to find my little record stuff. Yeah, a man that I know said, yeah, I'm gonna send you your records. Which album you want? You want the Drake album? I'm gonna send it to you. Still have
What?
yet to get that album. But why make empty promises?
You just like to hear yourself talk. You like to see yourself DM. What?
Mind you, the album in question is one of those collectibles that's $700. So he probably offered and then realized.
Ah,
And
JK.
he's very unserious because he was like, mind you, we don't even talk. Like this is somebody I barely know. I just
Mm-hmm.
posted that I was doing vinyl collections on my Insta story. He was like, I'm gonna get you one. Which one you want? He hit me up again and was like, hey, so when it comes to these vinyls, do you actually listen to them? Or is it just for the aesthetic?
Oh my
I said,
gosh.
bro, I have a record player. Like I do play them. Yes. I
Yeah.
would like, yeah, it's for the music. He was like, okay, good to know because I was gonna send you the Drake one that I found, but it wasn't gonna have the vinyl in it. He talk about I just didn't want you to be surprised when you got it and it had a pizza box cover in it.
Can everybody be extremely for real right now? Why the frick would I want
What?
paper?
Why would you assume that? You gonna send me so you're just gonna send me the album cover, essentially is what you're saying. With no record in it.
I've
I
never heard.
said, I I told him, I said, I'm glad you asked because if I would have got that shit in the mail and it had a Domino's topper on it instead of the vinyl inside, we would have never spoke again.
Ever. You would have been blocked.
He talked
What?
about it would have been Papa John's. Did not reply to that.
Especially no. What? I hate
Did,
that sauce.
did not reply to that. That was the most unserious thing I've actually heard on all month. You're gonna send me a vinyl with no vinyl in it, with Papa John's in it, a Papa John's topper. Okay.
What?
don't piss me off.
That is actually so crazy. Because what the frick are you talking about?
I said, yeah, this is why I'm single, because this is ridiculous. I'm not asking for much, bro.
You're
But
really
yeah, so that's one of my new hobbies that I've really found love in. Another one is just like I started following a lot of like black interior designers,
mhm.
and I really have a soft spot for interior design now. Like I wanna interior design the hell out of my apartment, and I know that don't make no sense because I won't be there long, and I want to actually interior design a house.
Yeah,
But I don't want to go crazy with the apartment. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm seeing a lot of
yeah.
inspiration posts. I'll probably list one of the ladies that I found because if you're into that, her TikTok is like a gold mine. It's insane.
Mm,
She does like she basically tries to make all of her designs not like the average cookie cutter Pinterest pictures that you see. Like I feel like everyone I see on TikTok or online, every single person's apartment looks exactly the same.
oh yeah, very
It's like
beige.
that cream, yeah, everything is cream and beige, and I'm like, I want my apartment to actually feel like me. Like, I want you
Yeah.
to walk in and actually feel like, yeah, the Denasia lives here.
Mhm.
So I might hit her up because she does 3D rendering and just
Mhm.
give her my vision, and you can submit her like inspo pics and see what
Oh,
she
wow.
comes up with.
That would be lit. Yeah,
Yeah,
we actually might we probably will invest in an interior designer for our house just because it's like this is the family home, so we gotta
yep.
put some money into it. Now I would love Hope to be our interior designer, but just to give her a little bit of guardrails because she will artistic that house up and down. Like, okay, well, maybe some boundaries, but yeah, no, I definitely. I've been scrolling on Pinterest more lately, just because all the other apps. I give myself 2 hours for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. After that, it's Sudoku and Pinterest.
And I love Pinterest. Pinterest might be my favorite app outside of TikTok, or TikTok is now iffy because of all the shit that's been going on. But
Mm-hmm.
Pinterest is just social media without the social. It's great. It's just straight media.
Yeah, and you truly like. One of my friends is so aesthetic. It's one of Kelly's besties, and I was like, "Can I like? Do you have a Pinterest board? Because your story is like truly like a Pinterest board." And she's like, "Yeah." Like she be eating the Pinterest meals. Like it. Like she. Yeah, it's real. Like fennel sausage and stuff like that, like radicchio. And literally, I one night I just was watching Bob's Burgers and I was just scrolling on her Pinterest and I was like, "This is so calming. This is
I
so
love
calming.
it.
I love it so much." Um, on my end, hosting is my passion, but I'm also not spending no money for real. It's obviously except for concert tickets and flights. So I literally found free Canva templates to make like a cute little menu, and because we had some friends coming over, and then like little place cards. So that was super fun.
Mm.
And I made like an amazing banana cake. I ran out of butter, so I couldn't make the cream cheese frosting, and I also ran out of cream cheese making the cake. But it was so soft and moist and fluffy. I was
Period.
like, yeah. And Dammy got me a stand mixer, so I'm really in the kitchen with twisting. Like I'm about to make my own butter, y'all. Like that. That's where I'm at. Like I'm getting real Nara Smith. Okay.
Real Nara. I was gonna say, come on, Nara.
Okay, like I'm about to make some. I want to make some chive butter, but I also want to make some like honey cinnamon butter. So I'll let y'all know. But also the consistency has been consistency. Like that truly is the word for the year. I would say for the first 6 months because we'll see. I mean, if we're this consistent, we'll see. But definitely through June, that's the word. And like I've been going to the gym even when I really don't want to. And you have to just push through. What was the phrase you said, Mom?
Follow the plan, not your mood. That's the only way I get to the gym. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta repeat that to myself like every like for 30 seconds as I'm walking down there.
So that's been good, and I've just been like I've been eating in. I only ate out once in January, and I'm like this.
Oh,
Yeah,
period. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie, I did break that I ate out twice. But that for me, that,
that's really good. That's amazing. And when I tell you, I really wanted some Olive Garden, some Canes, and some Little Caesars.
mm,
So bad. Like even tonight, actually, I have leftovers. No, I might break that in February, but in January, I'm a hold out. I only got a few more days. I literally only have like a few more days left, so it's fine. But I really want some Little Caesars. Bad. Like I would do some things for a Little Caesar pizza right now. A bread, a crazy bread. I would do a lot of things for a crazy bread right now.
girl, that's how I felt about Chick-fil-A. I was fiending. I was in here scratching my neck. Like I'm not even gonna lie. It was giving like I'll do something strange for a little change. Like
Yeah, that's what
I
I
was
feel like
really
Little Caesar.
but you know what I realized? You know what I started doing? I was like, do you really want this or are you just hungry? I went in there and ate some bread, came back. I said, do we still want it? we still do want it, but not as bad as before. So I just kept on eating whatever I had in my house, and eventually it went away. So
Yeah.
just, you're probably not craving it that bad. You're probably just starving.
And I also was seeing ads for it. That's what it was. I was seeing ads for it. I was cooking and I was seeing ads for it, and it was like, well, frick. So I've been trying to get creative in the kitchen. I really have, because it's like that's the only way I'm going to stay sane, because I truly do love getting creative in the kitchen. I love a good secret ingredient. That's what Demi asked me that every night at dinner. Faith, what did you put in this food? And it's fun. It's so fun. Oh my
You're not
god.
supposed to know. It's a secret.
No, but I do have to tell him every time. But on to the type A black girl, rosebud and thorns.
Ooh.
Mm. So, we can, you know what? We can start with R. We can start with R.
Okay.
R.
Yeah.
We did so. We obviously, y'all, we had Sidonia on. If you've been following us, our reels have been going crazy, and through that, the good part is we've gained new followers. I want to say our goal was 3K this year to hit. Maybe it was 5K. I'm not sure.
It was actually, I think we said 2K.
We only said 2K. Wow, we were kind of lowballing ourselves.
I
Let
think
me
we
go
were trying
back
to
to
be
our
quote
goal.
unquote realistic, but honestly, we're doing great so far.
Yeah, we said 2,000 followers, because at that point we were like stagnant at like the 1,200 number.
Yeah.
But now we're literally at 1,400 and counting. Probably by the time you see this, we'll probably hit 1,500. So on a good note, we are gaining a lot of new followers. That's why you said welcome welcome the Type A Black Girls to Type A Black Girls, all the new ones. And then Bud, before we get into our thorn, because we got a lot of them. Shout out to our Patreon girlies who held it down, who just stayed during our hiatus, but also to our girlies who RSVP'd to the PJ party, which is TT Mama, which everybody know we love down. Forever Naya, Impress Elise, Mia Royal, Kennedy Chronicles, and Michaela XO4, who is our Type of Black Girl of the Month, because y'all know she holds it down. So shout out to y'all, the Patreon and the Pajama Party girlies. We might do the Pajama Party once a quarter. We might do it once every other month, but we just need to see what the turnout looks like, and then we'll go from there. But then let's go to our thorn.
Yeah. So the reason why we had such an influx of Instagram followers
Yes.
on our lovely page is because, and we talked about before the time that we got our first hate comments. And honestly, we were happy because we said, you know what? If people hating, we doing something right. So we celebrated that. They were eating us up in them comments. I'm not going to lie. But we were like, we can handle it.
Yeah.
We got tough skin. We can handle it. Mm-hmm. This time around, we started posting the clips from Sidoni's episode. And mind you, the clips that we posted weren't even anything bad. The first one, we were talking about how a lot of our dating preferences and how a lot of men in their 40s be trying to date girls that are 25 and younger because they feel like, oh, I'm now able to date a younger woman, whatever. That was the first one. The second one, we were talking about how we're not really into dating outside our race, but if we're going to date a white boy, we want him to be a white boy, like a Connor. Like we don't want no Central C. Like
no, and we want him to have a boat. That's going to be a big key to all these comments we're about to read.
Because the boat specifically threw people off. Us mentioning a boat set people off. Y'all, when I tell you, we woke up this morning, them posts haven't even been up for a full 72 hours. We woke up this morning to a combined almost 1 million views on all those reels.
Yeah.
And thousands, like damn near, the first one had 8K comments. The second one had like 6K comments.
Child, I don't even know. We had to take them down.
Thousands and thousands and thousands of hate comments. Let's just say that.
And shares and reposts to their stories.
People reposting it, talking shit. People in the comments talking shit. People DMing us, saying crazy stuff. People going to our guest, to Sidoni, and talking to her crazy on her personal page. To the point where we had to take the entire thing. You guys, if you're going to go look now, while you're looking, go follow us. But when you go look, it's not even going to be there anymore because we had to take it down. It was insane.
Yeah. So, why would you say that is going to be a popcorn of some of the craziest comments. And honestly, we were just scrolling and screenshotting because we were like, we have to unarchive it, turn on the comments to look at the comments, and then they started liking it again. I said, so then they just like, we have to archive it. So yeah, y'all, that will never see the light of day again.
Ever. And let me just say, this is not like first of all, our main community and the people that watch us are people like y'all that are listening. Our type A black girls. We get some type A black boys also. We get everybody. But for the most part, everybody that listens to us is very supportive. They usually get a giggle out of our episodes, and they're usually in the same demographic as us, if not older or younger.
Yeah.
The people that were commenting on this was incel city, bro. The incels were incelling. We
And the
had the incel, the white racist, misogynist, and the I hate women group were, think of like the people that watch Andrew Tate's podcast.
yeah, that was them. And Kevin
That was
Samuels.
the group.
That was them.
And the Fresh and Fit podcast, like the men that be on them podcasts literally hating women, that was the entire group of people that were listening and that were watching those reels and commenting crazy shit. So we had to turn those off, and it sucks because it was like one of our goals was to increase our engagement. We should have been more specific because we for sure we got almost 1 million views in 2 days.
Yeah. That was rough. It was rough. So let's just go ahead and popcorn. There's also one thing that I do have to share my screen for, simply because we're too young to freaking even know what that was. But now that we've seen it, I actually can't unsee it. But we'll save that to the end. We'll save that one for the end for me to share my screen. But Mom, let's popcorn.
Yeah. So first off, somebody commented and said this is the Talk to Podcast HBCU edition.
How crazy that is.
Mind you, no one on that couch, me, Faith, or Sidoni, none of us went to an HBCU. We all went to PWIs, but still, crazy thing to say.
Crazy. Solid 2 out of 10 talking about owning a boat. Okay. What?
Like literally, when I tell y'all, all 8,000 of those comments were dragging the fuck out of us.
Now there were some girlies defending. But like when the last time we had a viral moment, we didn't respond because it was like, no, we're not giving in. So you guys are just gonna talk to yourselves. And like, if not one comment, they would like either like a comment or comment again or go to another reel. Why did somebody comment? Mind you, it was a cute video of me in Indonesia. I had to block and report. Why did somebody comment a monkey emoji? I saw that, and none of the comments really affected me because I was like, it's none of these reels, whatever. But to go to a cute type A black girl court and comment one single monkey.
I'm not gonna lie, that did more damage than any other, because all the other comments were so specific and graphic and just like really, really obliterating us. For some reason, the simplicity of just one monkey emoji did it. That did it. I was crashing out at work today.
I'm through. Like Nader's like, hey mom's like, I think we have to take. I'm like, take them down. Like what's going on?
Mind you, we didn't even see it because I saw it blowing up. But I actually, from the last time we had a real blow up, I had muted our stuff because I was like, unless it's somebody that we follow directly and I can go through and see, or that it's our consistent type of black girls. If it's just like incels online, I'd be muting those posts because it's like, I don't want to see that get notified on my phone every single day. So I hadn't even been keeping up. I just noticed that it got a lot of views, but I hadn't gone through any of the comments. We went through them comments. We said this has to go down tonight. This moment.
Tonight. Yeah. As a white boy who has a boat, I am under the impression I would need a cargo ship to have any of these on. What the frick are you talking about?
Be mindful.
Please. I have a boat and you're not welcome on it. Oh my gosh.
What was the one that was like, last time we had black people on a boat, things didn't end so well? Like what?
That's like, I have to find that. We screenshotted so many. Oh yeah, last time first generation black Americans were on a white guy's boat, things didn't go very well.
When I tell you, we were getting hit from all fronts, y'all. We were getting hit with the racism, the misogyny, and the stupidity. It was just threefold.
Yeah, we need Kevin Samuels back.
That's the last person we need back.
Trump, please ban podcast equipment from incels. Mind you, they're an incel.
The call is coming from within the house.
Within. That's so crazy. Haha, have fun on EBT.
This is our why would you say that section for the
No,
day.
truly, truly. And if you're new here, why would you say that? If you haven't got it already, me and Denasia, we met by sending each other crazy Twitter tweets, and now that's one of our segments, and it applies because Denasia says a lot of crazy things, as you've heard, and I say a lot of crazy things, as you've also heard. So it just works for us. Basically, it's a treat for if you stay to the end of the episode. Let's see. White men not checking for you. Black men barely looking for you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That
Not a single high school diploma in the bunch. Mind you. Mind you.
Mind you. Huh?
Are you kidding me? Sidoni's at Columbia right now getting a master's. Talk to her.
Danaida's about to go to Wharton. Y'all know I'm not getting my master's, but I definitely got my undergrad, huh?
Girl, MBA on the way. Be
What?
mindful.
Like, it's like, that's why we can't even, these are such baseless claims because, like, you didn't even do your research. A lot of these is like, oh, you're going to be a cat lady, like, da-da-da-da. None of these people are married. I don't see a ring.
Mind you, whole ring on face finger. It's insane, but we can't rationalize with the irrational, but it is crazy to see in real time.
Can't. Let's see.
Oh, these broads are copping so hard. I'm 41, and the majority of women that want to date me are between 20 and 27. I'm not touching anything over 29.
Mm-hmm. Which is nuts to say. I've got to find the thing that I have to share the screen for because this was truly insane. No, please tell me I screenshotted it. I had to have screenshotted it because y'all. No. Denasia, this is crazy. Bro, I didn't screenshot it. Basically, somebody said we look like Warzel, Gummidge, and Crew. And you would think, what the frick does that mean? You know? So
we literally went to go translate it because we thought it was something in German.
No, that was the DM. The DM just said delete. In another language. I don't know what language. Okay. And somebody just said Warzel, Gummidge, and Crew. This was founded in 1979.
We literally had to Google it.
This is what they said we look like. And if you're listening, please just go to the end of the podcast on YouTube to see what the frick we're talking about. Because what the frick are you talking about? So all in all, you know what? I think we should also go over a few of the DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time that when this happened the last time, none of the interaction infiltrated into our DMs like that. Like people were commenting crazy stuff, but it was like, okay, we could ignore it. This time they were DMing us personally. I put my page on private because I said, y'all not about to come on my personal page talking crazy.
It was so bad. A man DM'd us and said, don't listen to the negativity. Keep doing your thing. It's really gotta be bad. We had you woman need help.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. We had some man, he was commenting like crazy because I remember his specific, it's a law firm page at that.
Oh, yes.
It's a law firm page. He was specifically going through and commenting on multiple different posts. I remember having to go through and delete each and every single one. Then he sent a picture of his menu at whatever restaurant he was in at dinner. I said, do you want to be friends or not? Make up your mind.
We had, okay, so this is going to be a rough one because I'm not going to add any good grammar. So here we go. Mental health, a real thing. I understand you females, which we hate that phrase.
Oh, we hate when men say females.
I understand you females believe you someone with money want you, but you are a killer whale that nobody wants to catch. That you ever heard Free Willy? Free Willy? What the literal frick? Like, only way you getting on the boat is if you end up in the trawl. Now, what the frick does a trawl mean? I feel like this, the back of the boat or under it. I don't know, but it's derogatory.
Either way, it's controversial. When I tell you this required a lot of us Googling because we said this is a lot of white men commenting and using their lingo. We don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. We're confused. We're translating things.
Who the heck is gummage? Please.
Mind you, that movie came out in the 70s. We were never going to get that reference.
Literally, I'm so mad that I didn't screenshot it. But like, y'all just know, like, I was like, if this would have happened to us this time last year, y'all might not have still had a podcast. I'm not gonna hold you. Cause I'm like, I'm so glad that I'm sure of myself.
Right.
Goodness. Cause I definitely wasn't this time last year. Oh my gosh. Like, we was going through a rough patch in everything this time
in general. Yeah. Like there's a lot going on, and I can only imagine. Even today, like me going through, I was really more just mad that, like, for one, it's an episode, because before we could take it because it was just us on the last time we got attacked. The fact that they were trying to come after our guest is what really pissed me off. Because I was like, Sidoni's episode is one of our best that we've ever had. And y'all on here talking crazy to her?
Yeah. In her personal DMs?
Yeah. Yeah. And she's on vacation right now. Like, we were just so frustrated because we were like, this is not how we wanted it to go. We want engagement, but not like this. Like, if it comes down to incels commenting, we just gotta take the shit down because it's not worth it.
It truly is what it is. And it's just like, okay, we got to get real specific in our prayers. We want engagement, but good engagement. We want Black woman engagement.
Black women, please.
Like 92% Black women specifically.
I was going to say, don't give us the 10. Don't give us the 10 that voted for the orange man, please. And no shade room comments.
Oh. You know, goodness gracious. But we almost had our 2K. So I'll take it. I'll really take it.
The people whose pages we reached that liked what we said in the reel followed us, which was great. Hopefully it wasn't incels following us to keep on commenting. That's the other thing. They started going to other videos we had. The one that we had about CultureCon, they went and commented crazy stuff on that. I had to go through and block and delete those ones. And I was so irritated because I said, imagine being the founder of CultureCon and waking up today and seeing monkey comments. Bro, like, I was so frustrated because I'm like, y'all are annoying, and they keep going to other videos just to get their point across.
Yeah, and then somebody on the Type A Black Girl Core, because they just click in freaking comment and not even really freaking watch the video. No dudes, must see energy.
What?
What are you talking about? How do you know we didn't wear deodorant that day? What?
I know. That actually just made me more mad because we don't do musty allegations.
Musty? We literally last episode or 2 episodes ago, Denasia literally said how she glycolic acid's down, and like, what? Like, you didn't even do no research, bro.
What?
Like,
You didn't even do your research, baby. Do your research. What did Gina Rodriguez say? Baby, let's research. Honey.
Baby, let's research. Oh my god.
Yeah, so needless to say, that on top of just life in general, this has been quite the week. A lot of thorns, but we're trying to stay positive.
A lot of thorns.
But if y'all don't see those reels on our page, it's for that reason.
Yeah. And they realistically, if we kept it up, I would say for the weekend, because they're definitely gonna have more time in their hand because they're not working, we would have hit 1 million, which I was a little bit sad about. But I was like, at what cost? Like, you want to be on vacation lit? No. Now you have white men not even in your comments, in your DMs harassing you. No. Yeah. It's not worth it. It is what it is. We got our follows, we got our engagement, we can screenshot it, send it to brands. That's really where we're at.
Yeah, it's actually disgusting what they were saying. Like, what we read is stuff that not even the worst of it, just stuff that we're like, okay, we could say this on the podcast for a little giggle, but the stuff they were saying, we will not dare repeat because it was just so out of pocket as fuck. But regardless.
Ugh. Mom, how long is this episode?
We're at 1:03.
Only?
Right?
Really? So good?
I know, because we're laughing.
That's what I felt like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Wow. Okay, y'all. We love y'all down. I really thought it was 1:45.
It felt like it until I just looked. But we're doing good.
We did good. I'm sorry, y'all. I had my glasses on, but like, I really I look like my dad with these bags, and I could not be looking at me for an hour looking at me. I couldn't. I had to. And I literally, the reason why we were giggling before the episode is because I was like, I look like I smoke cigarettes. So I'm so sorry if this is the first introduction you have, but just know it usually does give Black Cat Golden Retriever. I'm not gonna hold you.
Usually.
It
If
usually
you
does.
y'all see us on the couch, usually we be
Yeah,
our
outside.
styles for sure be showing through because
Hmm. Yeah.
we be giving black
Um,
cat golden.
but yeah, y'all, we love y'all so much. We will see y'all, and make sure you guys subscribe to the Patreon because if there is an episode on that Saturday, there will be a Patreon episode uploaded. $3 a month, and we are going to be consistent because it's January
It's
and the
2025.
2025.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Um.
if y'all see any incels in the comments, just report.
Yeah.
Especially they commented from their business pages, y'all. Like they don't got no remorse. I don't want to dig into it again, but I was just gagged by that. Like the law firm is commenting. That's crazy. He forgot to switch to his personal burner.
And it wasn't the other business account that I saw. It wasn't a small account either. I was like, okay, all right, you are
Yeah,
crazy. You're
they're
messing with
doing
your
it
money now.
out in the open. Okay,
Yeah, because if we really wanted to, and I mean, we really just don't got the time of our hands, we could really go crazy.
we could really
But
do
like,
some good
we
shit.
just don't have the time, which works because
Just sit here and go through 8,000 people. Yeah.
with that man in office, I'm not trying to be on
Hey,
Instagram any longer than I can. Need to.
hey, listen. I told my mom, and she called my grandma. Told my grandma. It just became a whole chain reaction. Now I'm getting calls from other people talk about who we got to talk to. Who on here trying to hate on you? I said, word travels, bro. Because now my crazy auntie ready to go kill somebody.
Redbone?
You know it.
Yeah.
One thing about Auntie Redbone,
She, she gonna
that
rock.
lady, if y'all don't know about Auntie Redbone, she be calling me like, all
Who got
good?
her? Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah. Like, I'd be like, yeah, everything's all good. She said, okay. You know, if it isn't, I'll do what I got to do. I'll be under the jail. I said, Auntie, please go to sleep. It's Tuesday.
We literally said after we buy this house, like just because we don't know I said we need to start saving up for a bail fund, just in case. Cause if you got to do what you got to do, and Dammy's like, I'm really a chill guy, but don't disrespect me, and definitely don't disrespect me in front of my wife. Oh, it's really gonna be scary. It's gonna be spooky,
A bail fund is hilarious.
but it's very real. It's extremely.
Hey, I get it. Listen, when that man tried to steal my brother,
Uh, see, see.
that was the closest I felt toward like to maternal rage. Like when
Mm.
somebody messed with your child, I said, "Wow, I would be a crazy mom because I was ready to."
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, frick, moms. We didn't put it in the beginning of the episode. But if you
What?
guys are a mom, a new mom, are pregnant, we'll say it in the next episode too. But please DM us because we do want to do something special for Women's Month in March. Or if you know somebody that would be a good candidate for a guest, please kind of give your pitch in our DMs. And then we'll make a post on Instagram for it as well. But we do want to interview women about their kind of debunking pregnancy myths and children myths because these are things we should know, but you don't know it until you're pregnant. And I'm hearing more and more. Somebody just told me they were in labor for 24 hours.
Oh,
I thought labor was, I don't know, 3, maybe 30 minutes. No. Somebody said, "Oh yeah, I had a short labor, 7 hours."
oh,
Yeah. These are things
yeah.
we should know.
We need somebody on here that's gonna tell us the real deal on what to expect and
Exactly. When
get
you're
down to
expecting.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So please tap
So
in, DM us, especially if you know anybody either. Just recommend us.
yeah. But again, we love y'all and we will see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.